Hello guys, welcome back. I realized I haven't done my final measure healer build video on this channel. I have done reclaimer healer and the final measure pulse builds. If those are your things, you can go check them out on the channel. They are great builds as well. I've also done a reclaimer healer for PvE with the sticky flash, which is really strong, so you might want to check that out. But right now I'm just gonna go over the usual final measure healer that pretty much all final measure healers run with these days, maybe a couple twists on it, but nothing really different. So let's take a look at the build. As you can see, it's 6-piece final measure. I mean, you pretty much know about the final measure. The grenade cache gives you a lot of bonuses. I'm not going to talk about that, just going to go straight into gear. The chest piece, I have health, skill haste, and ammo capacity. Pretty self-explanatory here. Again, the mask has skill power and burn resistance. The knee pads, health, burn, shock, and disrupt resistance. The backpack has skill power and disrupt resistance. The gloves have skill haste, crit chance, and assault rifle damage. And the holster has skill haste. All of my mods are stamina mods with skill haste actually, as you can see. And all my performance mods are 6% first aid ally heal mods. So with all of that, we're sitting at about 4,900 toughness and 291 409,000 toughness and 291,000 skill power, which gives us a first aid defib with about 220,000 ally heal. The self heal on it is really bad, like really bad, and only half of this amount is actually applied to myself because of the sustained heal. So the burst heal on the self heal is actually like barely heals me for a third of my health. Doesn't even do that. It's really bad. That's why we're using the station as well, which allows us to survive a bit better. It's going to be our main source of healing for ourselves, and the defib is going to be the healing source for our allies. It sits on a pretty bulky ally heal, as you can see, and it has a 19-second cooldown. The station is there for the pop, drop and pop, and the recovery link usually, but you can use whatever the team needs at that moment. And the talents I run with this are Adrenaline, Triage, Combat Medic, and Strike Back, which I find to be the best talents for the healers. And now let's take a look at the weapons. I run my main weapon as a lightweight M4, which has talented, competent, and determined. And I mod this with crit damage mod instead of headshot damage because this is my main weapon to use when I want to kill some skill objects. And if I'm killing some skill objects, I'm not really hitting headshots. So crit damage helps me just a little bit more while killing those skill objects compared to headshot damage. And I also have a secondary weapon, which is a 204 sniper that has a lot of utility purposes actually. This is a 204 sniper with skilled, determined, and cool-headed. And I mod this one with the headshot damage mods. This one is to use this, I just use this between fights or sometimes on downed players to kill some NPCs real quick and get my signature ability back. So let's say you have used your survival link, then we finished up the fight. I just go to some NPCs and try to get some headshots. And as I get those headshots, as you can see, my ultimate bar is filling up quite fast, because even if you don't get the headshots, you will get the cooldown reduction from cool-headed, but getting the headshot also procs skilled and determined, which is about 12.5% more. And as you can see, I've already had my signature back almost, so just a few NPCs between a fight and your signature skill is back. I didn't even kill that many, so that's pretty good in that sense. And that allows me to open up a pistol slot to use my double barrel sawed off, which is again a 204 weapon that I have. This one is to finish downed players, like going around and just finishing the downed players like this. And each bash actually gives me about 41% health with Predatory and Sustained, and some cooldown reduction with Determined. So again, a very nice utility weapon. And I believe that's pretty much the build, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I see you on the next one.